Today, I have the absolute pleasure of talking to Kerry Nelson. Now, Kerry is someone that I connected very recently, earlier on this year, through another collaboration that we did. And when I approached Kerry and asked her whether she wanted to participate in this book, I said yes. Well, her answer was yes. So today, I have the pleasure of taking a little time to spend with Kerry to ask her some specific questions about her chapter and get a little insight. Now, I have had the absolute pleasure of reading the manuscript a few times over, and I should say it takes you on a journey of really thinking about yourself and the relationships you have and the connections you have. But I don't want to give too much away. I'm going to let Kerry do that. But I also want to highlight on another note, Kerry and her partner are the sponsors of one of the event sponsors of our upcoming book launch, I Said Yes. So not only is Kerry one of the co-authors, but her business, Our Place Melbourne, which is a fantastic venue space in Camberwell, Victoria, is one of the event sponsors. And I'm privileged to have her in both associations of the book. So Kerry, over to you. I want to know a little bit more about, for our readers and listeners, can you tell us a sneak peek of what they can expect from your chapter? Now, your chapter says, I said no, which is really interesting. You said yes, and then you said no. But take us through a little bit of what they can expect from your chapter.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for spending a bit of time with me here, Sam. I really appreciate the privilege. Right, so my chapter is very much a blend of a head-heart sort of journey that really reflects a lot of who I am as a person. I've had quite a story. And been through some really hard times, like a lot of us have. I don't think my life has been any harder than anyone else's, but certainly in my chapter, I go into some of those core pillars of hardship and challenges that I've had that I've been able to turn around and turn that adversity into an opportunity for myself. So it really is very personal, and it's a quick little sneak peek of some of those key heart issues that I've worked through to empower myself and to be able to serve my community better.
Fantastic. And then, we connected through a mutual friend and a business associate of some sort, I would say. So when I mentioned to you about I Said Yes and the concept, you said yes, you'd love to be a part of it. Given you have revealed so much about your journey, what got you started, and you do talk a lot about how it all got started and the emotions you felt and different things. Look, your chapter covers a lot. I don't want to give too much away. I'm trying to put filters on so I don't give too much away. But what went through your mind when I asked you to be a part of I Said Yes? Were there any feelings? Were there any challenges that you felt? Or it was just, wow, this is an opportunity to share something personal?
Oh, I definitely saw the opportunity to share and connect personally, but the book has actually come at a really strategic time for me. The journey I've had over the last few years is started when I lost my husband a few years ago on the 28th of May 2014, and that sent me on a whirlwind personally and professionally, and led me through a really big journey, and lots has changed, of course, since then, and I had to grow through a lot. So I've actually published another book called Creating Your Infinite Self, and that was my personal reflections of what the loss of my husband meant and the meanings that I made out of my life at that time. Now, this book came along just at the right time where I'm really hitting my straps in my business, and I've got such a sense of clarity and an urgency for the people that I want to help, the small business owners who need help in their business to develop good management systems. So I've got such a passion for that, and it's been made really clear to me over these last few years exactly the best way that I can help. And so having gone through that personal reflective journey over the last few years, and then having you to provide this amazing opportunity for me has given me this chance to say, right, here's where I was, and now here's where I'm launching into, and here's where I'm operating now. And I got to marry those two up. So to be able to say yes, for me at this time has been a massive opportunity that I'm so grateful for.
Fantastic. And that, as you said, that gives our listeners and our soon-to-be readers greater insight to what they can expect, but also get to know you on a personal level.
Yeah.
Now, before I wrap up this interview, I have got one last question, and I'm going to challenge you a little bit on this one. So you've said obviously yes to a lot of opportunities, but you also have really honored your higher self and said no to things when they weren't going to serve you because you saw, you kind of forecasted a little bit. So you are very much aligned with your personal purpose and your business purpose, and you know where to say no. And that's what your chapter is titled, I said no. Is there one word that you could summarize if you were to look at all the opportunities, all the challenges that you face, where saying yes has really helped you step up and achieve a lot of things alongside, I suppose, saying no as well, because saying yes meant saying no because you had strong boundaries. I know to a lot of people, they'll be like, how does that all tie in, Samantha? But it does, because sometimes you have to say no to say yes to your higher self and honor that. And you've obviously done that very strategically with a long-term plan, with a long-term vision in place. So if you were to summarize one word, whether that was from your business, personal life, is there one word you want to share with us?
That one word, hang on, what's the word about?
I think it would be just, whether it was a feeling, whether it was a sense of achievement. Was there anything specific, you could share with us that you would kind of go, that's how I felt when I said yes?
I understand. Yeah, absolutely. The one word that I would use to sum up everything that I do and all of the journey that's taken me through is the word passion. I know that that my passion has seen me through seasons that potentially could have had me crushed. And I know a lot of other people have found it really hard to get through some of the things that I have managed to get through. But having the clarity of exactly what my passion is, knowing that mission and knowing how I can best serve, and pulling that out of myself and saying, right, what's going to get in the way of me following that passion and delivering that for other people's benefit? Whatever's in the way, it has to go. And so all of those things, my chapter is called I Said No. So all of those mindsets and those thoughts and those feelings that are going to stand in the way of me following my passion and really operating in that is it has to be said no to. It has to be deconstructed and pulled away, because I'm on a mission and I've got people that I can help, and I need to be able to sort out all of that stuff. We all go through that, but if the passion is deep enough, and for me, I believe that we need to make ourselves accountable to that. I'm responsible for I call it my love gift, my best love gift. How can I help people the most with my skills and strengths? Still being true to myself, still being authentic, but rising to better and better, higher levels of what I can be. And it all comes with digging really deep down into your passion and owning that with everything you've got.
Love it. I can feel the passion oozing out in the conversation. And that is great insight, Kerry. I think for a lot of people, sometimes because they're so focused, sometimes the passion dies along the way because they feel like they're just on this journey. They just got to keep going. They got to keep going. But really, as you mentioned, you're on a mission, and you are always aligned to that. And when things come your way, you're like, I'm going to say no to this because is it aligned and is the passion there? And then you're, staying true to that. So look, thank you so much for your time today. I'm really grateful and honored to have you part of I Said Yes, which is launching next week here in Melbourne. Yes. And then in various other locations across Australia and New Zealand in 2018. And on that note, I want to also thank you and your partner, Rodney, for being one of the sponsors of I Said Yes, the actual book launch here in Melbourne, and your business, Art Place Melbourne, which is a fabulous place in Camberwell, just off Burke Road. I have been to it many times, and it is a fantastic space. So thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you at the book launch.
Thank you so much, Sam. I hope you have a really great day. I can't wait to the book launch too. It's going to be awesome.
Hey!